Hello, hello, hello! We are now moments away from qualifying beginning for the first race of season 5, I want to say? No?
I think I think I've seen some season 6.
Right, yeah. Welcome into season 6 of FRL. God, been a, been a little bit as the season opener is now getting underway. We have our driver lineup finalized this time. Y'all got to see some practice a couple weeks ago, but now it's the real thing. Points will be on the line in 10 seconds' time as we are about to get underway for a quarter hour of qualifying and then a 29 lap tour around Sakhir.
It's the
Our
duel in the
little.
desert.
You could call it that. I suppose there are several tracks that are in the desert that are all duels. These are also one of our few night races going on. And it'll be very exciting to see. Well, whenever we get our first car now out on track, they're going to be going through their qualifying setup, making
Happens.
sure that everything is set up. We have Corvix, our lone McLaren driver. We have two Salvers of Kimaru and Laz. We have Leo and John in the Mercs, Zahao in the Ferrari as he is going out, along with, it looks like, one of the Alpines? Yep, that's random in the Alpine. Van Globy, his teammate A. Drake, is also coming out of the pits now. We have an Aston Martin. The Aston Martin duo are back, Skylar and Avo. And that is Skylar as the lead Aston Martin on track. Zahao getting by in the
Well,
Ferrari.
luck is already out.
That's Laz.
Laz is already out straight away.
Yeah, it seems to have missed the breaking point there in turn one.
Yeah,
Well, that was a quick.
that's odd.
Zahao is going to be our first driver, though, to set a quality time. But yeah, things are already underway here in Bahrain. And they're already getting off to good old FRL. John is out as the leading Mercedes. And it looks like the Williams is also coming out of luck. And a Red Bull is also on the way out. If I had to guess, it's... Oh, I thought it would be Sierra, but it's Lenny on the way out. Lenny wanting to get things in early here. Kamaru has not yet come out as our first flying lap is now underway. Zahao has not been back for a couple seasons, but here he is, leading the Scarlet Ferrari. Down through turns 1, 2, 3. Then you have your first DRS straight here, brake around 50. Touch that apex. You don't want to take too much of that elevated curve as it'll unsettle the car. And it, in F1 especially, that generally tends to lead to a spin. So how hitting that apex here. We're approaching turn 11, and this is the trickiest part of Bahrain here. A lot of lockups expected. But Zahao makes it look easy almost.
That's the experience that play.
Indeed. Here he goes. Gets a little bit of curb. You want to be careful on the inside of this curb entering Sector 3. At the end of Sector 2, that one will usually launch you if you take it. Zahao now passing by a Red Bull and Williams. With the Williams had some brake smoke coming up. But here you go. You nail that last apex. take a little bit of exit speed, go down to the final DRS straight, and cross the line. That's a 129.6 as Zahao darts out of the way of Lenny in the Red Bull. Random coming in with a 132.1.
One Aston Martin and another Alpine.
Yep.
Just fairly shortly.
Avery managing to hit a 131.7. Adric with a 129.9.
And I hear Alpine's coming with a whole lot of experience in his hands from Red Bull Racing in other series.
Indeed. That'll be very nice to have that kind of experience along the wheel for the Alpine team. Corvix is going to be starting his out lap soon. Technically our champion from Season 5.
Or defending champion.
Indeed, also won in Season 3. He starts our flying lap. He was racing for the Ferraris last time out. Now he's in Papaya. Here comes Lenny. Going down the main straight. Sets a 129 flat as a provisional pole time. As Sierra is going to begin his flying lap. Real mix of drivers here. John getting a 134. And Luck getting a 129.6. That puts him into provisional P2. Just barely pimping out Zahao. But a couple of our expected front runners are now taking their laps. Leo, our Season 4 champion, is going to be going around, and another classic of this series, Sierra's Internet. Sierra's Internet being his internet. The Cornish Dragon. I was gonna say the Cornish Dragon not having the best time of it right now. Yeah, we have Skylar beating out his teammate, 130.8. Corvic's gonna be crossing the line though. And there he goes, provisional pole by almost a second. That's a 128.2 from the McLaren driver. Beating out Lenny, who did have strong pace on the hards with him in the practice session that we held before. We'll see if that holds up, though. Leo's going to be starting his own flying lap right now. Going through those S's of turn 1. Takes some curb. Gets right up to the white line. That's what you want to be doing. Not too much curb. A little bit of a bounce going through there. Scraping those curbs in the fast left-right chicane into a hairpin. You want to get on the power, short shift up a little bit, then line up outside and brake as hard and as late as you can. Look at that, our Season 4 champion, making it look easy. That is one of the hardest parts of the track. Expecting to see some chaos there on lap 1, if I'm being real. Maybe some people thinking that they could do what some certain Spaniards did in real life. That's a purple sector 2, according to my map from Leo. Here he goes now down the final straight. Brake about 50, see as late as you can brake, then take the exit. Activate that DRS right away. And across the line as Luck's out. I think he retired in the pit. Yeah. But that's a 128.8 for Leo.
And I think with Rock's 129.6, I bet he thinks that's the most he can get out of this Williams Mercedes.
Yeah. If you don't think you can beat it, then just save the tires. Might as well.
Tires and probably the engine also.
Indeed. I'm going to change my graphics real quick so that I actually can get frame rate. Oh. Oh, and now it's jittery. That was a mistake. I made an error. Oh dear. Right, here we go though. We continue on now. We have a Drake. Ooh! 129.2 from Zahao.
Improvement. And just pipping out the lone Williams.
More than just pipping out, he got a couple tenths on him. That was a pretty good lap out of Zahao. That might be his quali session. I don't know if he can go faster. We'll have to see what he decides to do.
Meantime, we have two people who are yet to set an actual lap time.
Yep, that is Kimaru and Sierra. Sierra with the Cornish internet. So he is going through Sector 1 right now. Well, going through Sector 2 right now. Just finished Sector 1, and it lit up purple on my timing sheet. Potentially going fastest overall.
Meantime, carves up a 130 flat in this Sauber. It's pushing that thing to its limits.
Indeed. Here we go now, going through the last sector.
No, Sierra did go a teensy bit wide.
Yeah.
Up a corner.
Taking as much of that exit curb as he can. Here he goes, 129.7. Seems going wide did not help our Cornish Dragon at all. John is out on an out lap. A couple of drivers out on flyers, including Lenny. Got an Aston Martin coming into the pits now as an Alpine also looks like it's pitting. John's about to start his flying lap as Lenny's looking to improve. Will anybody get close to that provisional pole time? We'll have to see here. Lenny taking that apex as much as he can without hitting that inside curb. You don't really want to be hitting that inside curb as it'll bounce your car right up. Whenever your car's airborne, its tires are not working traction, not contributing to your acceleration or the speed of it. Very delicate balance. Don't want to be upsetting your car. Here we go now, about to brake here. Get on the power at that apex, take as much of the exit curb as you can. Cross the line with a 128.7. Corvix with 5 tenths.
Yeah. Close, but no cigar.
We'll have to see if Leo has anything left in the tank. Lenny could also go again.
And that might be John's lap pretty much much over.
Yeah, he's already at a 118 entering this sector.
Yeah.
You're not going to
And
be able to find any
and
improvement.
the fact they spun has
Yeah,
essentially killed that.
yeah, we're in the 135, and he should be heading here
Yeah.
to either stay in or to go out again. Both Alpines are going to be out on track. Random about to start his next flyer. He is currently 2 seconds off of Skylar. Avo did manage to pip his teammate in the other Aston Martin. They're both hovering about 130, but that does put him in a good spot to maybe get that last points paying position. Pretty important. If you are that team, points are going to be at a premium. Here we go, though. The Alpine of Random looking to find those 2 seconds. Field spread when you take out the Alpine is pretty close. It's 128.2 on pole, but after that, those extremes, it's only 2 seconds between Lenny and Skylar. We are kind of bundling up in the packs. That Mercedes is a little slow. That's just Leo warming up his tires, it looks like. And that is Kimaru behind him in the Sauber, as our first Alpine's about to cross the line to set a new time. Red Bull also on the way out. Both of them are on the way out. Everybody's going to be going for a third. And Random finds a decent amount of time. It sets a 131.9, but it's going to be not enough, so he will be starting 12th.
He's still comfortably slowest of the pack.
Yep. Edric going to a 129 flat. That's going to be where he ends his session. Corvic's also going to be out, so we're not going to be seeing a Sebastian Vettel kind of qualifying. Famously, well, kind of famously, I don't know how many people would actually notice, but he set 1 lap time, stayed in the garage, and got pole. Leo is going to be behind Sierra as John's starting his flyer as the leading Mercedes. We'll see what he's got in the tank.
Talks from around pack that number 45 Mercedes had a teensy bit of technical difficulties for your practice session.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. You just might not be having the feel for his equipment right now. Going to the exit curb, setting that up nicely. Going outside and gonna be just taking that turn. Woo! I saw a little bit of brake smoke on my end. But here it goes now down the back straight.
Really, that brake smoke's probably just an optical illusion.
Yeah, it normally is Drake retiring from the session. That's just a courtesy. You retire in the pits, so people aren't waiting for you to go around again.
The checker flag's already down.
Yep, John's going to be going through now. A couple of drivers are confirmed finished. John looking to go with a 129.8. That puts him ahead of Kamaru.
His
Pretty
position
important
point.
for him. Here comes Sierra. 129.2 puts him ahead of Zahao and right in the striking distance of the podium. Here comes Leo with a 128.5. Purple sector 3 so far. Lenny's going to be coming around now. He's got a lot of time save up right now, but not quite able to finish it. He finishes with a 128.7.
This is our defending
Here
champion
comes
half.
Corvic.
And he even sets an even faster time.
Yeah, found a couple temps. There we go. Corvic's on pole. Leo P2. That's a 127.9. Oh, you gotta be kidding me there.
Nope.
Only one driver fails to qualify, and it is Lazarus, who had an incident into turn 1 on his out lap.
127. Leave it to defending champion to eke out just that impossible second.
Indeed. Breaking that barrier, that's going to be a statement time that I think he wants. I think this is one of his stronger tracks. Here we go, though. We're going to have a couple minutes now between here and the formation lap. Pretty good qualifying session, though, from our drivers. A lot of jockeying for position, a couple last lap hips, a couple last lap moves up the packing order. And here we go. Oh no. Is my voice really not? Oh my god.
What now?
My OBS was being bad. It switched to default mic for some reason when I updated it. It's fine. It'll be fine on your end. Yes, we have a quality session that went pretty fine. Gonna be a couple minutes now. I'm glad that I looked at my stream chat for that one. Would it be me trying to do things without something going wrong, eh?
Fortunately so.
Indeed. Thank you. Here we are, as we are moments away.
And quick shout out. Let's say hello to whoever you watch this, or quick shout out to those over in Bathurst, Australia.
Yeah. Oh, Bathurst. Everybody's favorite little mountain of chaos. For whatever reason, iRacing likes to put open wheelers at Bathurst, and it's always the most destructive kind of demolition derby that those open wheelers get. I fail to understand why they think it's a good idea to do that. But did they do it? That's my Bathurst fact. Uh, it's chaotic on iRacing and don't race it.
The only reason why I chose a shout out now because probably near about this time Eastern, the the backwards 12 hours commence.
Billy's favorite little sports car race. Any other races going on? Oh, we came off of the Daytona 24. I'm gonna break my editorial neutrality to endorse Rexy. And hope that Rexy goes perfect. Win every race.
They're probably at the Sebring 12 hours
Mm.
sometime later this month.
Yeah. Real life Formula One starting to back up. For whatever reason, they decided to have Lewis Hamilton dress up like the Godfather for his entry to Maranello.
Hmm. He was a legend. People
Yeah.
revere him as a god.
Yeah, so I guess that that's what Godfather means. Daytona 24 in a couple weeks, or not 24, Daytona 500 in a couple weeks. Um, Too bad that got ruined by stage racing. That's my other editorial position. Stage racing bad. Stage racing is for stinkies.
Those was no use for him at all. Just go with
Indeed.
plain hard racing. Like,
And it ruins the strategy of these large ovals. Like you're just like it just basically makes super speedway racing into 3 one-stop sprints. Anyway, Corvix lining up on pole position, and it's Leo, the leading Mercedes, behind him. Starting off our second row, Lenny and Adrake. Adrake, our newcomer to FRL. Lenny lining up ahead of him, though. Then it's Sierra and Zahao in row 3. Sierra is the second Red Bull, Zahao the lone Ferrari. Our Williams of Luck leads off John in row 4, row 5, last of the point scorers. Kimaru leading our lead Aston Martin of Avery. Then it's Skylar and Random who led the end of qualifying. And lastly, in row 7, our second Sauber of Lazarus, who had an incident into the first turn there. Let's take a look at her.
Laz has a mountain to climb.
He does, if he wants to get to those points-paying positions. Interesting tire compounds across the board. Couple mediums. Sierra going for the softs. I normally see Skylar liking to do 2 stops. He's starting on the mediums, though Avery is our second soft runner. We then have Luck and Random starting on hards, which whenever I comment on tire choices and strategy, I always kind of get worried whenever somebody starts on the hards. Because if you have a safety car around the pit window for the 1 stop, which is about between lap 10 to 14 as we're... Oh.
It looks like we have some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we have a Zahao DSQ. Well, I assume we're going to be re-hosting the lobby then. Or are we? Let's see if we can get Leo in for a start. Where is he? Are we rehost? Or are we going to go ahead? And again,
Looks like Ultimate Brandon is also DC.
yeah, having a couple issues here, as we might have to abort this start. Uh, uh, this grid is certainly one of the grids. Yeah, Leo has called for the lobby reset. I am kind of just watching that McLaren slowly inch its way, phase through every car to get up
Yeah,
to
and
the
Al
pole.
yep, and Alpine with a miserable parking job.
Oh dear. So we're gonna. I need the. I need the Monty Python intermission music.
That is not how I'd imagine the duel in the desert would start. Not how I'd imagine. One PF one without something during the wrench into things.
And there's already fighting going on in the paddock, too.
Um, typical. Typical.
I'm gonna keep the Monty Python intermission music going. Do, 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 do. We have everybody? Are you. Wait, we don't have you!
Not yet.
There you go.
Just wait for this thing to load.
5, 7, 13. Okay, yeah, we're literally just waiting on you now. We do a little trolling here.
And still can't do much when the game itself is loading things in.
Shh. It's fine. It'll make it go faster if I spam your inbox. That's how it works.
And
There we go.
I'm my nameplate's already there. So
Oh, did I break it by sending too many invites? Okay, no, we're good. I didn't break my own game.
oh, thank God, stop spamming notifications.
We do a little bit of trolling. Here we go. Our intermission is almost over. We can almost go racing. Whoa! Racing in a racing game? I can't believe it.
If things go to plan, we might finally have the duel in the desert we've so desperately been waiting for.
Now this is pod racing.
And
I'm a
by the
little
way,
delirious.
yeah,
Please help me.
I say, and by the way, only Bahrain gets the honor.
Why not Abu Dhabi? Or Baku? Well, no, Baku's not in the desert. Eva would kill me if I said that. Also, hi, future Avo that is probably watching this. Avo, or British bird.
British
She's good.
proudly flying the flag for Aston Martin and Ramco.
Yes, a British bird racing for a British car company, but a Canadian team, and sponsored by Aramco.
Saudi Aramco.
Yeah, I forgot what Aramco country Aramco belonged to yet. So it's the same.
In fairness, legal name. Oh yeah, and powered by Mercedes.
Oh yeah, so German too. A
Which,
very metropolitan car.
you know, Bill, that is excusable since most of the Aston Martin road cars I know of use Mercedes engines.
Yeah.
Well, the V8 Aston Martins.
Yeah. Also, I do have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. I have returned with a glass of water that I so desperately need to be able to shout at people as we are moments away from finally racing in the racing game. Can you believe it, Pridas?
I've I've been I've been impatient and waiting when those
Yes,
five lights finally go out. Or we go green
yes.
in Bahrain for the first time this season.
Uh,
Isn't Bahrain a great track for to start a season on?
yeah, though I'm partial to Australia as the season opener, and I don't know why. Bahrain's also good, though. Currently, now, still the track of preseason testing, rather than Catalonia.
That's before the Corona brought about the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be probably cheaper in the long run. But preseason testing, then start the year, then secure.
Yeah, though of course now they're kind of avoiding that whole cost saving thing. Not that Formula One really needs a cost save, but now they're going preseason testing in Sakhir to season opener in Melbourne. Oh, formation lap time.
We shall
We
have
have a
the
very
second time
wiggly.
basking.
Yeah, so it's same grid. Corvix leading off Leo, Lenny, Adrake, Sierra, Zahel, Luck and John, Kimaru, Avery, Skylar,
Random and
and
last.
yeah, Random and Les. Hold on, let's see the tires. Similar tire loadout. Actually, it is the same tire loadout. So nobody second guessed their strategy. I like that confidence. Sierra's going to have an interesting time. Probably going to have to two-stop. I don't see him pulling off a one-stop
Please
Same with info. Um,
One stop distance on sauce is dangerously aggressive.
mhm. They can last about 10 laps at best. And that's if you're really good. And Sierra generally tends to be very hard on his tires. I could expect them to fall off around lap 8. Then there's going to be a lot of potential. I think there is going to be potential for a safety car. It is the first race of the season. We did have 2 preseason races. There's still, as clearly shown by Laz crashing off the turn 1, lot of rust to shake off. There was something that happened a little bit back there with Avo. Avo is now out of his order. Currently behind the back Alpine of Random, who is on hards. I think I was saying this before a lot of the chaos happened. Oh, we do have a... Yes, here in Zahao seem to have had a crash. So they are now lined up on the grid already. But I was kind of saying before, I don't really like starting on hards in the medium race distances, 29 lap race. If a safety car happens around lap 10, you're kind of boned. Couple drivers, oh my god. Drivers missing their grid boxes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. FRL's away! Season 6 is away in Bahrain! Corvic's getting a good launch, some movement down there as Kimaru gets ahead of John. Random's up at the 10th, Skylar falling out of the points, same with Avery. Those soft tires are not looking well. We have a corner cutting penalty from Laz here, who jumped up the order for a little bit. Zash is out! Zahao is out. There was some kind of chaos as the yellow flags are out. And the safety car seems to be out. Look at that gap.
Virtual safety
Corvic
car.
and Lenny have. Yeah, VSC. Leo's down in 10th. There was a lot going on. I couldn't quite catch all of it, but that was a chaotic start to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Zahao is going to be out. He was already having a couple wheel banging incidents in the formation lap with drivers. Luck's up in the 3rd. Drake's up in the 4th. We have Sierra remaining in 5th. And with the VSC out, the soft tires are really not going to be paying off here. Avery is down in 11th. Laz up at the 12th. A random shot up in the P8. As we're once again away now, finishing up lap 1 here. Corvix leading Lenny into Sector 3 right now. Corvix is out! And there was a spin there by Luck! What is going on?
We got server issues again.
Are we migrating again? Oh my goodness. Another aborted start. This is not really ideal, to be quite honest. Yep, we now have the intermission music.
We're out for the second time of asking.
Yeah, we'll see finally if we can get this underway. It's not ideal for me though, because I have to do stuff kind of right after. We're already an hour into, like, normally we would be done around 1:30 to 2, but we still
Probably,
got a whole half hour racing.
yeah, probably within what, over just almost half the partial race distance, give or take,
Yeah,
in normal circumstances.
indeed. I think we were a little late starting quali too. Is there an
More,
extended version of the intermission zone? There's a 10-hour version.
more delays, and we might have a shortened race distance.
Yeah. Like, cause yeah, I can't. We're approaching a point where I can't quite stay for a full race. Random has apparently readied up without selecting a car there. Now he has selected a car. We are just missing 3 drivers. 2 drivers. 1 driver. Oh, what? And there, that's everyone. So we are going to be going for the restart procedure, where we get everybody into the lobby, we ready up, then we go for another 2 minutes to make sure that everybody has their setup set up and their strategies done. Then we'll go for another formation lap, and another lap 1. The whole thing could take another about 5 minutes before we get racing. Everybody's in. I'm surprised we're not readying up. Oh no, we lost somebody. Oh dear.
Um, The, the trackside gossip on turns that Sauber missed his breaking point
Indeed. Would it have been
completely.
Laz again?
You betcha.
Mhm. That
The
might get looked at after the race.
Seattle audience, lots of rust.
Yeah. I think we do have precedent that we can look at incidents from the aborted sessions. All right, we're apparently starting up again now, finally. hopefully. Guys, please.
Praying that this stays stable and that no one dives into turn one.
Yeah. Well, if the frustration builds up, then it just gets more likely. You like how it's 23, not 24? Yeah, we should commentate together. Then I'm now talking to my own stream chat.
Yeah.
I'm a little intermission frustrated. Oh, you're doing the LPR commentary. Cool. Enjoy that one. Yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm trying. We're on our third attempt at the start now. So, all right, that's enough of the intermission song. At least for now. I will have it open though.
I swear the Saito's Red Bull Racing Scuderia Ferrari HP pit walls were starting to burn into my retinas.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, we need something bouncing around. We need the screensaver bouncing around, else the flat screen TV is gonna burn. Oh, I remember those, like, early plasma flat screens where you had to worry about that, and if you dared put on the news channel, then the lower third would just be burned into the TV.
Good times.
Yeah,
Scuderia
and if
Ferrari,
you accidentally had the gall to leave the TV on overnight, you were fucked. Skirt, skirt.
Scuderia Ferrari HP because we're treating these teams and cars as if they
Yeah.
were still their 2024 iterations.
Yeah.
What Macia's Alfa Romeo will still be Sauber. Kick Sauber, Stake F1 team kick Sauber.
I mean,
Vice
I just like calling them sour, to be honest.
and vice versa for Team Faenza, aka he's a Captain Racing Bulls.
Like, yeah. Though we don't have any of the V-carb Alpha Tauris in it.
Surprisingly, no. I thought I'd see anyone willing to subject themselves to the meat grinder that is Red Bull's junior program.
Yeah. You need a mental fortitude to be able to survive Helmut Marko, I think. Especially if your last name is Sonoda, in which case you have just realized that you will never get promoted. Here we go.
Formation lap at the third time of asking.
Yep, everybody's doing the same tire strategy again. Oh wait, no, not quite. Laz is on softs now, and Random is lagged out again. What is going on with Random?
Must be something on his end. So I don't know
Yep.
what.
For those of you just tuning in, this is our third attempt at our first race of the FRL season. 29 laps around Bahrain lie ahead, hopefully, maybe, potentially. Corvix leading off Leo, and then it's Lenny, Adric, Sierra Zahao, Luck, John, Kimaru, Avery, Skylar, Random, hopefully, and Laz in last.
And pray
We had a
that things go smoothly this time.
we had a very chaotic turn one. Luckily for Zahao, who got caught up in that mess in turn one, he's gonna have another chance to get past and finish a lap.
A redemptive do-over. Oh,
Yep. Saving grace there, that car has been magic taped up, and it's good as new.
surprisingly, Furry still have a whole bunch of spare parts for that old SF-23.
Yeah, who knew? We got them from the surplus shop. Oh, there's a teleporting Red Bull on my end. That's Lenny's
Yeah,
Red Bull. Oh
yeah.
dear.
This doesn't bode well.
No, it really doesn't. It was going fine for the preseason races, but for whatever reason, we seem to be having trouble here. There is a parked Mercedes that I think is John. We'll see how many people miss their grid box this time.
Well, is that very same outfit of trade looking a bit lopsided?
Yeah, that's what we call, I think that's in Alonso Park. Here we go, though! 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. FRL's away in Bahrain. The lights disappeared, I think, a little prematurely on my end, as Corvix and Leo once again jostling into turn one. Lenny's getting alongside. He's going to be outside of Corvix here. We have Sierra getting by Adrake, who is falling back. Avery also falling back on the launch. Same with John. Skylar had a better launch. Zahao is down, but all the cars are through. Little bit of two wide action now going by in the midfield here. As it looks like, yeah, Kimaru falling down the order. Skylar promotes itself in the 8th. Zahao is now in 6th. Luck in 5th. But it is currently Corvix leading Lenny. Leo falling into P3 by almost a second right now.
And I don't know if anyone's caught this, but for a split second, you may have seen an end plate fly off.
Ooh dear. Yeah, no, I did not see that. Any idea on whose end plate that is, please let us know. Sierra currently in 4th now. Holding on to that. Adrake had kind of a disastrous start to the Grand Prix. Zahao gets by Luck up into 5th. Zahao gonna be fighting Sierra now. Luck, though, puts his Williams right up to that Ferrari. He pulls off to the inside. He's gonna be looking for the move here. No. Oh, he's outside! Zahao slowed down! And that's a Red Bull peeling off of the pits at Sierra. I think that does answer our end plate mystery. Ooh, look at A-Drake here. A-Drake fighting his way back up the field. He is now in 4th. Those hard tires really starting to struggle to get the traction out for our Williams driver, as the intervals have kind of broken on my end.
Oh, ah.
Oh?
Yeah,
Oh, we
You
have
see
a
that?
yellow
And
flag. That's a Sauber off. Laz seemingly getting into trouble again. He does have his car intact. That might have just been a spin, but that does promote Avery up to 11th. We are then going to have Random now fighting on. Oh dear, the timing's really thrown off here. Here, I'm just going to turn that off for now. We're going to have to rely on good old eyesight, as now we're going to have DRS enabled.
as I can only guess that the Alpine's time is now seemingly fix itself on my end. As I was
Yeah, but
saying, tricks look to be about 3 to 4 seconds behind the leading Mercedes. So Leo.
yeah, so it's oh, Corvix is wide! Corvix goes wide. That promotes Lenny into the lead. He went wide at about turn 3. And now Lenny leading the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now Corvix will have a shot at DRS, but there will be a hungry Leo right behind him looking to also capitalize on that mistake. As Zahao fights his way up into P4, he is in a position to capitalize on podium drama. He's leading that DRS train right now of Zahao, Drake, Luck, a little bit of Kimaru in there too. Then we have John trying to fend off Skylar in the back there. Avery down into P11 looking to fight off Laz and pick up the scraps of an incident that happens above.
And Sierra at the very back has a mountain to climb.
Indeed, and he is going to have to stop again, having pit when he did. But here we go, double DRS now. Well, not double DRS, but 2 cars with DRS looking to challenge Lenny in the lead. Corvix not going to go for a move here. Content to stay behind. We have a DRS train in the back as well. That's John looking to put some pressure on Skylar now. Is that Mercedes in the back? He's going past on the inside. Easy DRS pass. Skylar not able to get the switch back off into that turn as they now start to wind through the S's here. And the race is starting to develop now, 4 laps in. Here we go, though. Looking at the fight for the lead. Corvix looking inside. He's through on the inside, actually. Had a lot of overspeed with the DRS. Leo might even be able to pressure Lenny. I think he just had a rough exit out of turn 11. That if you get that exit wrong, then you're slow down the main straight, and you have to contend with a DRS zone there as well. Allowing many drivers to get by quite easily. These 3 are going to be glued to each other, though.
Those are big to read.
Indeed. Zahao leading the midfield pack. Though it looks like Adrake, who is running 4th at qualifying, is now trying to defend Luck, who goes for an inside pass. He's going to brake as late as he can. But Adrake has some overspeed on the outside line, and he manages to defend the position from Luck. Beautiful racecraft over there.
And
Kimaru's still in that fight.
I'm pretty sure Luck won't be pleased by the sight of BWT. Problem.
Indeed. Comes John past Skylar on net. These 2 have been kind of trading positions for a little bit. As here we go, Lenny's gonna have DRS in the spot he was just past the last lap as Corvix continues to lead the Grand Prix here.
Still as of this point sandwiched between two Mercedes-powered cars.
Indeed. Our teal dragon looking to fight back against the McLaren here. Corvix goes up, hits the exit very well. Not quite using all the curb that they can, but you don't have to. You want to play it safe. Keep those tires alive as lap 6 now begins. Lenny's looking to the inside here. He goes for it. Just doesn't quite have the power to get by, and that's going to compromise him compared to Leo, who's able to take the racing line. We'll see if Leo has a run. I think he had to back off a little bit. And Zahao is pulling ahead. Luck is now in front of Drake. He managed to get by. The fighting between these two is just giving Zahao breathing room to get out of the DRS range, solidify that P4, and if something happens to our leaders, he's going to be in a pretty good spot for a podium.
If he could just get close enough.
I think Drake had a big lockup into that left-hander at turn 11.
Which means the Kimaru's just snapping at his heels.
Yes. The vultures come in. Oh, the carrion. Not quite that extreme of an analogy, but there we go. Locke's gonna have a bunch of breathing room. Drake just fighting a little too hard to defend that position. Broke a little too hard, too long. Had the lock up there, maybe just broke a little bit too late, and now Kimaru has gonna have a real chance going down this back straight here. DRS flap open. Drake does not have DRS. Kimaru does, and he makes a pretty easy pass. I even saw a little bit of blinking red light as the Red Bull of Lenny's off. He was wide on that exit there. And now he's out of that DRS train, so it's just going to be another duel between Leo and Corvix for the lead of this Grand Prix. With these two racing up front, you have to be perfect. And it looks like perfect. Well, you can't always quite get there. Lenny, though, is going to be in a solid P3 right now. These two definitely racing hard. I think my sound's a little bit out of sync, honestly. It doesn't quite sound right. Oh, never change, F1, never change. Leo going to be sizing up Corvix now as we go through the motions here. DRS flap's going to be opening up right now. The Mercedes looking to get by the McLaren, looking at the rest of the grid. We have Kimaru ahead of Drake. Skylar has traded positions with John again. We'll see if that manages to hold. Random's in P10, Laz in P11, Avery P12, and Sierra is starting to catch up there. Remember, though, they all have to stop. Including Sierra has to stop again. Oh, I imagine he's just going to take those mediums as long as he can and hope for a safe car.
Just pray.
Leo's in the lead, though, in the Grand Prix. Got by on the inside as I was looking at the timing tower. Corvix going to be looking to get back at the German. Lenny's even starting to get back into this picture. Corvix pulling into the inside. They're going to be alongside.
German engine versus German engine.
Yeah, Leo pushing hard there. They're not quite hard enough. I think Corvix just managed to outbrake him enough in there.
They're still nose to gearbox with one another.
Indeed.
if this was 2014 and they were both driving silver Mercedes cars, it
Yeah.
it'd be your box office hit for the evening.
Indeed. Oh boy. Leo looking that DRS, but not quite going to be able to make a move here. He's going to have a move potentially down into here, depending on his run. I think he wants to just also slow down Corvix as much as he can. Get Lenny back into this picture. Make it a little three-way fight. Keep everybody slowing up each other. Fights. As Avo's in the pits, those soft tires are going to be wearing a little too much. We'll see what tires he decides to put on. Laz is still out on the softs. Sierra was running softs, but had damage in the first lap, as he is now approaching random. I could tell that they're braking hard into that turn. The German driver looking to get by the McLaren now. Here they go. Our season opener is going quite well so far. After all the technical difficulties, we're finally in a groove with this Grand Prix. How, though, now being challenged by Luck in the back as well. Taking a look at this fight, Luck managing to close in the gap. Leo may have a run on Corvix. Lenny's not quite in the DRS position yet. There is also a strategy element to be played here, depending on when they pit. Here they go, though. We are now on lap 10 of 29. With the Bahrain Grand Prix, Corvix is leading the Leo. Then we have Lenny, who was in this fight before going wide himself. Then it's Zahao leading Luck. Zahao had quite a gap, but he seems to have lost it now. Luck's hard tires may also be coming to life here at this phase of the race. And we have Adrake leading Kimaru. Adrake down a couple spots from his qualifying position. Skylar up a couple spots from his qualifying position. He was out of the points, but now he is holding P8 trading positions with John throughout this fight that has been going on the entire race. Sierra got into some trouble, but he is now back into the points. He is going to have to stop, though, along with everybody else on the field. Laz is in P11, looking to maybe get by, but also defend from random in P12. No. Well,
more likely to try and defend from random. There's soft tires. And the track is hard as tires such as Bahrain.
Indeed.
A tough ask.
Yeah, indeed, as Leo's pulling to the inside of Corvix turn 1, there's a little bit of wheel banging. Ooh, these two fighting hard. Leo really wanted that. Corvix had a bit of a snap there. Leo's gonna be looking to the inside. No, Corvix not giving any room he doesn't have to. That was about a Mercedes car length that he gave Leo. Oh, these two are fighting hard now. Gloves are off, and this is gonna bring Lenny into this fight. They're gonna be pitting soon as well. I think the pit stop time, the ideal one's around lap 14. We might see them pit a little.
Rosberg, that's old news at this point.
Yeah. Here we go. Sierra's holding that last points paying position for now. Avery is so far the only one who has made a pit stop. And he's running there. He's on medium tires, though, so I suspect he's going to have to pit again. Here they go, though. We're having another fight down here. Will Corvix be going through as John gets a penalty for going off track 3 times? No, Leo's not looking to make a move here. Lenny's gotta be close to that DRS distance, though. I'll see. I'm paying attention to that rear wing of him. No, not opening it up quite yet. Let me see if the intervals are working. Oh, they are. Zahao and Luck are fighting. Zahao managing to hold off for now. Though Luck is all over as his hard tires appear to be faster now. Team starting on the hards has at least maybe paid off for now.
It may hurt at the very start. It'll benefit you much later.
Yeah, like, the big risk of going onto the hards at the start is a safety car around this window, so he's not quite out of the clear yet. You might be able to take medium tires from lap 14 to the end, maybe lap 15. But for now, though, this is quite... It's still a precarious spot, but it's looking more doable. For those starting on the hards, as Corvix is in the pits. Corvix going for the undercut here. We'll see what Leo decides to do in reaction. If I'm Leo, I would probably stay out 2-3 more laps. Get the softer hard tires. Get the advantage. Couple drivers pitting, actually. That's both Zahao and Adrake pitting as well. That is going to give Zahao probably a bit of an undercut distance from Luck, who was right up in there. Zahao is going to be coming out behind Sierra, who has managed to now work himself up into P8, but he does have to pit again. We'll see where that puts him. But Jones' Mercedes is now going to be fighting the Aston Martin of Skylar still, and Sierra's Red Bull is going to be in this mix, along with Zahao's Ferrari. It's not where you want to be coming out if you're trying to get yourself space to the cars that were fighting you earlier. We're going to see what Lenny and Leo decide to do on this lap as they're approaching. Leo's staying out. Exactly kind of what I thought. Lenny's going into the pits to cover off Corvix. Corvix is going to be potentially getting into Kimaru, who likes to stay out very late, I've noticed, as I watch him race. Lenny's going to also be emerging. Oh, no, he's in! A little bit off character for him, but he's gonna be in, and that's Corvix now comfortably ahead of Lenny. About a 3-second gap, but Leo's gonna be pushing as hard as he can now. But I think he's gonna be staying out to get the tire delta.
Still trying to gain as much distance with Corvix as humanly possible.
Indeed. Well, you do want that tire wear advantage as Skylar's pitting on the softs. So he's gonna have to stop again. Same with his teammate, as the Aston Martins are doing the 2-stop. Laz is on hards, so he can go to the end. Kimaru's on hards, he can go to the end. Same with Adrake and Zahao. Lux yet to pit. Random has yet to pit. And Sierra has pit before. But he will have to pit again. Oh, here comes Leo into the pits now. He will have a few laps on the tire. Those white-rimmed hard tires go on. I might have stayed out another lap. Corvix sets the fastest lap of the race so far. A 1:31.8. Meanwhile, Leo, I think he was having to cover off Lenny there. Lenny's gonna be looking around the outside. He's got the hot tires!
But the Mercedes just barely stays ahead.
Indeed, though, Lenny should have DRS coming up. He does, actually. Gonna be looking to fight, but that's Corvix now 5 seconds ahead of that Mercedes. We'll see if luck's able to affect this race a little bit.
Isn't he the guy that's yet to pit?
Yeah, Luck has yet to pit, but he is leading the Grand Prix. He is going to have a lap led in the books, assuming he doesn't pit. But he can slow down Corvix, depending on how he decides to play it. He's going to have to stay out a while, I think, for his strategy to work anyway.
And before Orcs manages to just blaze past him it.
Yeah, whoa! Corvix nearly hit his rear, had to pause a little bit. Luck's staying out. Is he gonna go defensive? He's going defensive here. Yeah, exactly. He's trying to slow Corvix down a little bit. So Corvix barges his way by on the inside. They're side by side for turn 1. There's a lot of wheel banging going on. That was an awful lot of wheel banging. Corvix then swings out, and there's a bit of contact there. Luck having a skid, but Corvix is through. That has cost some time, though. But Leo and Lenny are going to be fighting as well. I think Luck's intent was exactly to slow Corvix down. He is not yet pit.
That was probably...
Yeah, well, Corvix went wide.
That was probably Husky doing an old favor to his old teammate.
Indeed. It does bring Leo in a little bit closer now. But it's still about 4.5 seconds? 4.8 seconds? It's going to be a hard gap to make up.
Yeah. Just around 3.2, 3.3 between the McLaren and the Mercedes Works car.
Yeah, they're just seeing Corvix go wide. Yeah, he is fighting hard. I don't think he's feeling quite comfortable as Lenny is pulling to the inside and is through for now. We'll see if if Leo has any fight left in him to get this position back. He's going to be pulling to the inside himself. And he made that look like an easy DRS pass, but Lenny, no, not quite with the traction to fight back there. Though that is slowing both of them down compared to Corvix. The more they fight like that.
Allowing them quite a bit of room to just streak away.
Yeah. Luck might be able to give Leo DRS if he wants to keep paying favors to his old teammate here. It is about 4.4 seconds, the gap between Leo and Corvix right now. Leo is going to get DRS off of Luck this tour. Yeah, here goes Luck. No, he's not pitting. He is going...
He's just moved over.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, he has just moved over. Like, that's normally a defensive move, but... I don't know if he quite purposely moved over or just went defensive but didn't have the speed at this point with his hards. Because he's wiggling a lot.
Yeah.
But he did give his old teammate DRS there. That gives him a lap to get a little bit of distance to Lenny. And you get to the gap to Corvix a little bit. Sierra sets the fastest lap at the Grand Prix. He is on 2-lap old medium, so he has pit again. And he should be able to take those tires to the end. Brandom has also pit now. So the only driver yet to pit is Luck. We'll see where Luck ends up, but his intention had to be to slow down Corvix a little bit there with how late he's staying out. Maybe to give Leo some DRS too.
And he's picked up this recent tendency to go.
Whoa! Yellow flags for Luck.
I was gonna say, he's recently picked up this tendency to go abnormally long on his tires.
Indeed. Looking to the inside now. He's got a pit. No, he's staying out.
I can tell that he's struggling on these worn out old hards.
Yeah.
And yet
Bono, your tires are gone. This is Lenny is now ahead of Leo. Sierra sets the new fastest lap again. He is in the struggle bus down there, though. Surely you got a pit, right?
Ideally so, because he might have just one Ferrari soon to be on his tail soon.
Yeah, if he pits now, he's gonna be behind John, maybe? And that's just gonna keep getting worse the more time goes on.
Yeah, see another rear end wiggle.
Yeah, his rear is loose. He's not got grip anymore. And like, as you lose the grip, as you try to get on that throttle, you just loosen up more. You lose more time by skidding. You have to be more patient on the throttle. John gets past Skylar back there. He's staying out again!
It's lap...
It's lap 20 now. Look at...
Is there a rule against this? Last I checked.
I mean, he has to pit at some point. He cannot just not pit. He knows he has to pit. Is he going on the softs? Is that what his plan is? Because surely there's diminishing returns at this point, and we have diminished the returns to no avail.
This point, it's just threatening Grove's chance at getting any meaningful points.
Yeah, like, gonna put him right into the fight around P10. Zahao is gonna easily get by. He has DRS.
And much fresher tires compared to Williams.
Yeah, that Williams is just not gonna have traction to defend on the straight. Lenny's managed to back up the pair fighting for second. About 4.5 seconds now. I think if there was a chance for Lenny and Leo to catch up, it needed them. Laz is out! Safety car!
Full safety car.
And Luck is bailed out by the safety car. He's in the pits now.
That is a perfect opportunity.
That is a perfect safety car for Luck. I think he was planning on pitting anyway, because I think he was already going into the pits as the safety car came out. But
this just made it more convenient.
Indeed, and it keeps him rather than fighting for 10th. He's going to be right in the middle of the points with fresh softs. Kimaru's on fresh medium. Sierra's going to be pitting. Same with John. Same with Skylar. Avo's going to probably be going in as well. As soon as he gets around. We'll see what the leaders decide to do. There is a chance, Leo, like, we get a classic somebody stays out for track position, somebody pits for the tires. I think they both have fresh softs. Yep, Avery's in the pits. Random has decided to stay out. We'll see what Corvix decides to do. Crucially for Leo, he was ahead of Lenny as the safety car came out. That was happening while we were talking about luck.
And Corvix is diving into the pits.
Yeah, Corvix pits. We'll see what Leo decides to do. Leo's going into the pits as well. All three going into the pits.
Ideally so.
Yeah. If I were Leo, there is an argument to stay out if you think you could defend from soft tires with Corvix, but I might have stayed out if I were maybe Lenny, actually. Just see if I can trust my ability to defend. But yeah, no, everybody's pitting except for Random.
Which is an odd choice.
I mean, I don't hate not pitting if you would have gotten more positions out of it. Drake's also pitted now. So everybody's going to be on fresh tires, most except for Random, who is on 5-lap-old mediums. Kimaru was the only runner on mediums. Everybody else is going to be on the soft tire. And we're going to effectively have a bit of a 5-lapper to the end.
And it looks like Random is now finally peeling in.
Random peeling in a little bit too late here. That is going to let Avery get by, so he just surrendered the track position he had to Avery. Maybe he thought this was IndyCar and the pit lane was closed. That's a joke.
Of course not. Of course not. F1 themselves. Well, I don't exactly remember the last time F1 closed F1 race closed the pit lane.
I think it was just a rule in 2008 because I know it came up in Crashgate with part of it being the closed open pit lane rules that help a little bit.
Oh yeah, the last time that happened was the 2021 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I remember.
Yeah. Not sure why they would close the pit lane for that one unless an incident happened there, though. Because I know by rule, at least on the ovals, IndyCar and NASCAR close the pit lane for the first few laps of a caution. Why, I don't know, but they do.
It's a tradition, and we're just used to it. Better or for worse.
Yeah, indeed.
Still
Mercedes
going. Still up on Corvix, right behind Burt Mylander in the gorgeous Aston Martin V8 Vantage safety car.
Yeah. It is a pretty car. Really is.
Uh,
I do like the green livery there with it.
though it doesn't have the sheer amount of muscle, the sheer amount of power that the Mercedes AMG Black Series has.
Yeah, but it's a
But,
safety car.
yeah.
It is it safe?
Mm,
The answer is yes, because you know it's safe because it has an ungodly amount of flashing lights on it.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I heard what 22 or 23. I've heard drivers complain about the Aston.
Hmm.
Supposedly is a bit too slow. Yeah, you can't warm up their tires as effectively. Or the Aston compared
Yeah.
to the Mercedes.
Yeah, though I think that's always kind of been a thing with the safety cars that the drivers go on about. Like even before they introduced the dual safety cars. So we're just waiting for random to catch up to the tail end of the pack here, then the safety car will be called in. And we will have about 5 laps of green flag running should random catch up.
I, I want to think that race control would call in the safety car right away. As well, it's only 5 laps till the checker flag, me- and game mechanics can't exactly aim under yellows.
Yeah, it's when there's. I think it's when there's 3 to go. Game forces the safety car in. The safety car should be coming in this lap, though. At least from my understanding of how it works. Leo's getting pretty close to Corvix there. We'll see what these three are able to do on the restart. Safety car in, yep. I think I'm quite prophetic here. Corvix's gonna be now bunched up. Now there is a little bit of funkiness with how the game treats safety cars. You are throttled as the lead car for a little bit. And then you set the pace. Oh, that's luck pulling a little bit off to the side.
I don't know
Here we
if
go. We're rounding. And FRL's once again away in Bahrain after the safety car has come out. We're gonna have 5 laps of green flag running as Corvix leads the field down to turn 1. Here we go, looking more into the back as well. Oh, there's a little
one flag
bit
straight away.
of chaos.
Wait,
That's
there's an
Adric.
Alpine.
Yeah, that's Adric off. Lux holding P4 after staying a godly amount of time on the hard tires. Zhao up at the 5th. He's going to be probably quite upset at the timing of that safety car because it means he has to stare at the back of that Williams. Kimaru's up at the P6. Sierra's up at the P7 after that little spin. We're looking now to leaders as well. The Alpines are at the back. Skylar and Avery are currently in points paying positions. John has a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to be key for Skylar to get up and maintain it. Same with Avo, his teammate. Looks like there is a purple sector 2 for Corvix set on those soft tires as they are just going a light under him by now. And the field spread's already kind of kicking in. We have Corvix and Leo up front on their own, and then it's Lenny, 8 tenths behind Leo, and then it's Luck. 129.8 is Corvix's lap time, and Luck's about 2 seconds back. He's going to be fighting Zhao now. That Ferrari going to be looking to the outside as Luck goes defensive. No DRS here. This is just straight racing. I think there was a little bit of rear wing contact as Kimaru's also fighting Sierra right there. Sierra gets his way into the inside. Kimaru backs out to the outside, and John's also going to be looking to capitalize on the momentum here. Ooh!
Bit of contact.
Little bit of contact, a little bit of slowdown. John, though, unable to get by with that time penalty. He needs to be extending as much of a gap as he can, or he's going to be out of the points here. Adric and Random also having a little bit of a position swap in the back, as Leo's getting close. Lenny's getting close to Leo. Leo even starting to eke into Corvix a little bit, as the field spread is now really kicking in here. Kimaru gonna have to try to defend John. He can also let John go if he decides, but there was a lot of wheel banging right here between this backpack. But, like, there is an argument for Kimaru just letting John by and just remaining in the DRS, not defending hard, not taking risks, as DRS is enabled this lap, so Leo is going to get it on this back straight. I wonder if Corvix is saving up his battery here. That is a key thing is DRS management on these last few laps. They are both going to have DRS. I would say best thing for Leo to do is to get by on the last lap. Try not to give anything on the DRS that he could shoot, that Corvix could use to shoot back. So just save up your battery for that last lap, potentially. Lenny might be using a bit of battery. Leo's a little slow for that sector compared to Lenny and Corvix. They're now going to get onto that exit curb. The DRS is going to narrow them right on back. John is right up against that Sauber, as Sierra's also starting to catch up to Zahao in the Ferrari. He's not quite getting to the pace of the Williams now. John looking to the inside. He almost sent it on that Sauber.
He is right up on that custom-built Sauber gearbox.
Indeed. I saw a little bit of a blinking light, too, from the Mercedes. He's dumping his battery, trying to use as much. There's gonna be a chance here that he doesn't take it. And that Mercedes. Yeah, he got a little bit of a skid, and that's gonna let Skyler now get into position here. That light is blinking. That means he is below 15% battery as Leo's in the lead. Little bit of a DRS pass. 2 to go. Leo leading the Bahrain Grand Prix. Corvix got some pressure, though. I think he got past a little bit too early here. Corvix is going to be fighting back with the DRS, but Lenny's going to be involved in this as well. What does Leo have to defend the first place here? Luck's also going to be fighting here. There's fights up and down the grid as we're in this shootout right now. Corvix pulling to the inside. We'll see what Leo has. He's going to be taking the normal late racing line. I like that decision for Corvix not to risk it here. He knows he has a couple more DRS zones on the last lap. He doesn't have to take risks. And he's going to have some traction here now going by. He's got a run going down. It's gonna be quite a last lap here. Corvix is gonna have to earn this one as Leo takes the lead on the last lap. The last tour of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Corvix dives off to the inside. Lenny's even gonna be fighting. Leo just had nothing here. And there's a little bit of wheel banging between Lenny and Leo, and that's just going to let Corvix start to zoom on by into the lead. We'll see if there's anything left to defend, but Lenny's going to the inside. And I think Corvix has this race right now. There's wheel banging between Lenny and Leo for for second place. Leo was off, but Corvix managed to break the DRS.
gonna be hard
The
for
Red
Leo
Bull
to fight.
driver.
It's gonna be hard for Leo to fight back since
Yeah,
I
no.
saw his lights blinking.
Indeed, it is. Though Lenny had a little bit of a slowdown here. Zhao is down in sixth. Sierra managed to get by. Oh, Leo. No, he's not quite got enough. It seemed that wheel banging, yeah. I think Leo had to wait one more lap to give it a go and dump his battery. Because now he's got nothing left.
He's essentially paid for it dearly.
Indeed, Corvix holding the lead now. He's going to be rounding the final turn. He's going to be going across the line in first. He dives to his pit wall as Corvix wins. The Bahrain Grand Prix, our defending champion, on top. Lenny in second, Leo in third. Sierra manages to take fourth after a disastrous start to the race.
But there's a late
Oh,
crash.
there's a crash that involved John Skyler up in the P7. John down in P11. That brings Avery up at the P9. Kimaru in the P10. Luck in P5.
And now the
A
last
last
person
lap
across the
incident.
line.
There's a last lap incident there. As that was quite an end to the Bahrain Grand Prix here. Gabe thinks the driver of the day is Sierra.
And I can fully agree with.
Indeed, Sierra just played it really well. He got dealt a bad hand, but he played it well anyway. Managing to get up to fourth after what looked like a hopeless, maybe a recovery to P10, but got good with the safety car and just made up ground. Very good race, though. Very good race indeed. I think Leo blew off his energy a little too early at the end there, and that cost him. He needed to take that lead on the last lap, I think, if he wanted to hold it. Good race, though. 26 points for Corvix and McLaren, 18 for Lenny, 15 for Leo, 12 for Sierra, so Red Bull do take the lead in the constructors with 30 points to start off. Williams with 10. Luck also ran a good, if lucky, race. Fitting for his name, I suppose.
No
So how can
other
get
pun
points?
entirely intended.
Indeed. 8 points for the Aston Martins, putting them ahead of the Alpines after Adrake was looking pretty strong in qualifying. It just kind of came undone in the race. He had pace, though. Avery gets P9 and 2 points for keeping it on track, as he did. Kimaru holding P10 and last of the points paying positions. What a race, though. What a race. I have been Nexy. I was joined in the comm box by Prits. Hopefully our next race will have less technical difficulties on my end. I'm going to find a channel to raid into. But we'll see you, I believe, next weekend, potentially, for the next race. And then we'll be off. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I do. That was indeed crazy. I'm gonna raid into Lead Paw. They might be finishing up their race. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in on both mine and Pridas's POVs. Till then.